The halls of diplomatic history often hold moments as unexpected as they are impactful. Such a moment unwound recently as Pakistan's foreign minister made a landmark visit to Bangladesh, marking a rare and significant thaw in relations between two neighbors whose trajectory has long been shaped by a chapter of separation and divergence. The world watched, and in particular, India observed with a mixture of intrigue and caution. It has been more than a decade since any Pakistani envoy of such standing ventured to Dhaka, making this trip a historic endeavor in both symbolism and substance. As he set foot in the Bangladeshi capital, the messages of intent were subtle yet unmistakable, whispers of new beginnings woven through the tapestry of bilateral diplomacy. The visit, though short in duration, was packed with volume and policy. Within its span, Islamabad and Dhaka inked 6 key agreements, a leap that reaffirms a mutual desire to move beyond old pains toward collaborative futures. Though the exact contours of these accords haven't been detailed in your description, one can imagine they span forms of cooperation from trade facilitation to energy, infrastructure, and cultural exchanges. But while these developments play out in the limelight, they also spotlight the delicate dance of regional sensitivities. India, long entrenched with vested interests in South Asia's diplomatic alignments, appears to be watching closely, some say with an undercurrent of anxiety. Every move in this strategic chessboard echoes over borders. A Pakistani diplomat in Dhaka, forging new agreements and rebuilding bridges, this is more than a political gesture. It is a message. History's lines can shift, shrines of enmity may be recast into forums of dialogue, and nations once estranged may inch closer again. Against this backdrop, there exists a flicker of expectation. How will trade evolve? Will borders that were once economic fault lines now become channels of prosperity? Will culture and shared heritage begin to eclipse political distance? The answers aren't yet public, but hopefully, we'll see their outlines in the months to come. Yet, no diplomatic venture is immune to ripples. Even as Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar's visit yielded diplomatic fruit, it also stirred calls for reckoning. Reports suggest that demands for formal apologies over the events of 1971 surfaced amid the talks, proof that while noting progress, history still lingers in memory. To understand this fully, back in 1971, Bangladesh, formerly East Pakistan, secured its independence in a painful conflict. That chapter still resides in national consciousness on both sides. As such, any contemporary handshake cannot fully escape the shadow cast by that memory. In crafting this narrative for YouTube, the intention is to illuminate more than just the events of the visit. It aims to draw the viewer into the unfolding drama of geopolitics, personal diplomacy, and the fragile interplay of history and future aspirations. Let us imagine the viewers on YouTube, curious and time-aware. They aren't mere consumers of news, they're witnesses to possibly the start of a new chapter in South Asian diplomacy. They need context. Why this matters now, why India is watching, what it could mean for trade, stability, and regional cooperation. The story rises from surprise to significance. A Pakistani foreign minister in Dhaka after years, 6 agreements signed, echoes of old wounds, cautious optimism. It's not just a newsflash, it's an invitation to understand how nations rebuild. As the video fades, the lingering thought for the viewer should be this: diplomacy moves at the cadence of time, and sometimes, history loosens its grip just enough for countries to stride forward together, even when the past remains vivid.